Hi, I'm Johnathan.
Hi, I'm Andy.
Hi, I'm Stanley.
Hi, I'm Teng Hoong and
This is a video presentation for Entremet. The theme we have chosen for Entremet is elegance. Traditionally, Entremet began as a complex and elaborate form of food that was meant to entertain guests. As time went on, entremets became increasingly unique when different designs of dishes with different flavors were served. In French, the word entremet literally means in between servings. Hence, it is served either in between meals or as a dessert. Today, entremets are normally defined as a multi-layered cake consisting of a variety of textures and flavors. Entremets still hold the role to please and entertain guests with their appealing looks and decorations. For the planning of our entremet, we held a brainstorming session to figure out what ideas we could use. We started off by each of us having to come up with at least one idea or flavor for our entremet. From there, we tried to choose the ones that would seem unique but still blend well together. For our entremet, the main theme that it will follow will be elegance. We wanted to come up with something that is simple but yet would please both the eye and the palate. We chose colors that were vibrant to help catch the eyes of guests. Furthering with our theme, we also decided to utilize premium and high-grade ingredients to bring up the prestige as well as the taste of our entremet.
there are different textures for each layer that contributes to the flavor, appearance and consistency of our entremet. First, the base of our entremet, which is nuts coated with salted caramel, will be crunchy and slightly chewy. The nuts within the base will provide the crunchiness and the glucose will give the slight chewy texture. The nut base will taste sweet and savory at the same time. Next, the texture of our matcha mousse layer will be smooth, airy and fluffy. This is due to the gentle folding of soft baked whipped cream into the chilled milk. The smooth texture is achieved with the help of distilled monoglyceride, and also known as DMG. The matcha mousse provides a bittersweet taste. Next, there will be a thin chocolate layer to separate both mousses and provide a little crunchy texture. The next layer is the yuzu mousse. The texture of this layer will be the same as the matcha layer, which is also smooth, airy and fluffy. The yuzu is also meant to give some tanginess to balance out the flavors. Our fifth layer will be the red velvet sponge. This will give a soft and fine spongy texture to provide some variety to our entremet. Next is the saffron panna cotta, which will be a soft, smooth, creamy layer accompanied with a rich saffron flavor, yet it doesn't overpower other flavors. Last but not least, our entremet will be topped with a slightly sour raspberry glaze, which will give a perfectly smooth texture to complete it. We have chosen the round shape as it is the most classic and common shape of all. Round is a shape of simplicity and it can also portray the classic and elegant feel to support the theme of our entremet. For the colors, our first layer is the salted caramel nut base, which gives a golden brown color. The color gives out a royalty feel and also symbolizes happiness. Next, the second layer of our entremet is the matcha mousse. Matcha, also known as green tea, is light green in color. Light green brings out the sense of nature and it is a color which is generally preferred by most people as it symbolizes acceptance. A thin chocolate layer is used to separate both mousses. We hope that it can give a nice contrast to the surrounding colors. The next layer is yuzu mousse, which is light yellow in color. Light yellow gives out a warm feeling that can soothe and clear one's mind. Red velvet sponge will be our fifth layer. Dark red is a superior color as it represents top-notch quality and it relates to the elegance theme of our entremet. We have chosen saffron panna cotta to be our sixth layer, which is bright yellow in color. This is a very mild color which can help to promote other colors of the entremet to stand out even more. Finally, a thin layer of raspberry glaze will be the finishing touch for our entremet, which will be dark red in color.
For the decorations of our entremet, we have decided to use marshmallows and twills. The marshmallows will be coated with chocolate and topped with some matcha powder. As for the twills, we have decided to infuse black sesame and pepper with the twills. This will give a slightly spicy taste and it also acts as a garnish for our entremet. For the main ingredient of our entremet, we have almonds and pistachio for the nut base. Almonds give a creamy texture and a nutty taste in combination with pistachio that gives a hint of sweetness. For the matcha mousse, the main ingredient is matcha powder, which is a premium ingredient with tannins to give the entremet a nice kick in terms of flavour. Our chocolate layer is made out of 70% dark chocolate to reduce the sweetness of the cake. Next, the main ingredient for the yuzu mousse is yuzu. Yuzu is a type of Japanese pomelo that is loved by the sophisticated market with a refreshing flavour. Moving on, the red velvet sponge has a cocoa powder as one of our key ingredients, which can balance out its sweetness. As for the saffron panna cotta, the main ingredient is the saffron, which is a premium Arabic spice with a fruity and flowery flavour. The final layer is the glaze that consists of a raspberry as the main ingredient. The final layer gives a slight sourness to the entremet.
For the top delegations, Johnathan will be the pastry chef. He will be in charge in the red velvet s'mores layer and the chocolate layer cake as well. He will also act as a supervisor and give guidance to the team regarding the entremet. Next, Andy will be the sous chef. He will be in charge of making both green tea mousse and the yuzu mousse layer. He will be keeping track of the time and assisting teammates if required. Next, Stanley will be the commis one. He will be in charge in making the caramel nut base as well as the saffron panna cotta layer. He will also be assisting the teammate if required. Lastly, Teng Hoong will be the commis 2. He will be in charge of the raspberry glaze and the garnishing. He also will be helping commis 1 in caramel nut base. He also have to ensure that the mise en place of the team is always prepared. The theme of our entremet is elegance, and the name of our cake will be Madeleine. Actually, Madeleine is a traditional small sponge cake with a shell-like shape that is made from Genoa cake batter, with a flavor that is lighter than sponge cake. We want the guests to relate to the simplicity of Madeleine with our table designs. Hence, for our table design decor, we use a simple and elegant concept. First of all, we use the white tablecloth to cover the tables, and there will be a gold cloth lining on the center. There will be 3 high rectangular cake display to display our entremet cake, and on the front side we will present a plate with all the silver cartridge, and there will be a complimentary drink that is poured in the champagne glass to show off the upper class concept. We'll use blush orchid flower to be placed in the glass face in between the cake display. That's all for our entremet video presentation. Thank you for watching.